Welcome back to the SWAP-C report. We are currently witnessing an unprecedented evolution in the history of aerial warfare, one that is completely upending the economics of modern combat. Imagine firing a multi-million-dollar Patriot or SM-2 missile, a masterpiece of hypersonic engineering to swat down a fiberglass drone that costs less than a used car. It is a tactical success, but an absolute economic nightmare. The math simply does not scale, and our adversaries know it. As drone swarms push detection ranges outward, operating in highly contested electromagnetic environments, traditional ground-based jamming and GPS denial are facing rapidly diminishing returns. Modern intruder drones are hardened. They utilize waypoint automation, inertial-only navigation, and controlled reception pattern antennas to entirely bypass electronic countermeasures. The ultimate solution to this asymmetric nightmare is the Autonomous Aerial Interception System, or AAIS. We are talking about autonomous hunter-killer interceptor drones designed to physically impact or entangle a target in midair, executing a hard kinetic kill. But intercepting a highly agile, non-cooperative target in a GPS-denied environment is perhaps one of the most staggering challenges in aerospace robotics. In a high-speed, close-quarters aerial dogfight, human reflexes are entirely useless. A skilled human pilot has a baseline visual-to-motor reaction time of roughly 250 milliseconds. When two drones are converging at closing velocities exceeding 30 meters per second, a quarter of a second means the target has already moved nearly 8 meters. By the time a human operator blinks, the dogfight is over. To achieve reliable kinetic interdiction, we must remove the human from the loop entirely. We are entering an era where machines fight machines at the speed of silicon. How exactly does a hunter-killer interceptor see its prey? In a GPS-denied environment, devoid of external radar telemetry, the interceptor must rely entirely on its onboard electro-optical, infrared, and LiDAR sensors to identify the intruder. This is the perception layer, the absolute foundation of the kill chain. Deep learning-based object detection has become the global standard for real-time target identification, specifically the You Only Look Once, or YOLO series of architectures. YOLO is favored for these interception systems because of its single-pass inference capability, which drastically minimizes latency compared to older regional proposal networks. But the aerial domain is exceptionally unforgiving. We face what engineers call the small object problem. At interception ranges exceeding 50 meters, a hostile micro-UAV might subtend fewer than 20 pixels on the sensor's focal plane. In fact, empirical analysis of aerial datasets reveals that over 54% of annotated instances fall below 32 by 32 pixels, and roughly 5% occupy fewer than 8 by 8 pixels. Standard models like YOLOv10 or YOLOV10N struggle to localize these microsignatures because aggressive downsampling in the neural network's backbone destroys crucial spatial details. To code the final meters of a dogfight, researchers have developed highly specialized edge AI models such as LAF-YOLOv10 and YOLO11s-UAV. These advanced architectures incorporate modifications specifically tailored for drone imagery. For example, LAF-YOLOv10 introduces an attention-guided feature pyramid network that inserts squeeze and excitation channel gates before multi-scale fusion, filtering out the severe background noise typical of cluttered urban or rural environments. More importantly, engineers remove the P5 large object detection head, since massive objects are rarely a concern in drone-to-drone combat, and redistribute those parameters to a high-resolution auxiliary P2 detection head. This P2 head operates at a stride of 4 or a 160 by 160 resolution, extending the interceptor's ability to localize targets smaller than 8 by 8 pixels. But recognizing the target is only half the battle, the interceptor must maintain a stable bounding box and continuous visual object tracking, or VOT, while both the hunter and the target are pulling aggressive, high-G maneuvers. When you are running inference on an edge computing device like the NVIDIA Jetson Orin Nano, you are constrained by hardware. Even highly optimized models running at half precision might max out at 30 frames per second. In the chaotic final seconds of an intercept, severe motion blur, low contrast, and sudden viewpoint changes will cause the AI object detector to drop frames. To survive these micro-blackouts, engineers deploy systems like SMART-TRACK, a framework that utilizes a Kalman filter-guided sensor fusion. When the YOLO bounding box fails, the Kalman filter's high-frequency 3D state predictions are mathematically projected back into the 2D image coordinates. This ensures the tracking loop never breaks, even when the deep learning model is momentarily blinded by a high-speed roll. Now we enter the core of the machine, the brain, and the math. How do we translate a pixel error generated by a YOLO bounding box into a physical kinetic impact? First, we must traverse the middleware bridge. In a high-agility interceptor, the communication link between the companion computer, which executes the AI perception, and the low-level flight control unit is a critical bottleneck. Historically, the industry relied on MAVLink, a protocol optimized for low-bandwidth serial links. However, bridging MAVLink into higher-level software stacks like ROS1 introduces massive non-deterministic delays due to the need for message translation and the centralized masternode architecture. The paradigm shift arrived with ROS2 and the Micro-XRCE-DDS protocol, which stands for Extensible Resource-Constrained Environments. This decentralized data distribution service allows peer-to-peer communication, mapping messages from the flight controller directly into ROS2 topics. The empirical data is staggering. Transitioning to XRCE-DDS drops mean visual odometry latency from 1.76 milliseconds down to just 428 microseconds. IMU message latency drops to 0.77 milliseconds. By establishing sub-millisecond deterministic data transport, we ensure that the interceptor's guidance algorithms are operating on the absolute most current state estimates available. With the middleware optimized, we must calculate the kill math. The selection of a terminal guidance law dictates whether the drone makes a lethal impact or simply punches a hole in the empty sky. The most intuitive approach is pure pursuit, where the interceptor simply points its nose and velocity vector directly at the target's current position. But in high-speed dogfights, pure pursuit is a fatal mathematical trap. Because it only considers current relative position, it forces the interceptor into a highly inefficient, curved trajectory that inevitably results in overshooting, massive missed distances, and an endless tail chase against an agile adversary. To achieve a kinetic kill, we must abandon pursuit and embrace interception. For decades, the gold standard in missile guidance has been proportional navigation, or PN. The central principle of PN relies on the line-of-sight vector connecting the interceptor and the target. If two objects are moving at constant velocities and the angle of their line of sight does not change, they are on a guaranteed collision course. Proportional navigation mathematically enforces this state. The canonical control rule dictates that the commanded acceleration is equal to a control gain g, multiplied by the closing velocity, multiplied by the rate of change of the line of sight angle, denoted as lambda dot. But there is a critical flaw when applying legacy missile math to reusable drones. For proportional navigation to converge, the relative closing velocity must be negative. If the interceptor misses its first pass and flies past the target, the line-of-sight angle rate drops near zero, resulting in zero commanded acceleration. The interceptor essentially falls asleep just when it needs to re-engage. To solve this, aerospace engineers developed fast-response proportional navigation, or FRPN. FRPN introduces a uniquely weighted proportional approach term, delta P, which drastically improves the speed of initial and repeated engagements. In empirical tests utilizing over 14 hours of flight data and 100 distinct evasive trajectories, FRPN consistently demonstrated the absolute shortest response time and the highest number of successful physical interceptions. Yet, even advanced proportional navigation does not fully understand the physical limitations of a multi-rotor airframe. A drone cannot accelerate infinitely. It is bound by motor saturation, rotor wash, and aerodynamic drag. To push the absolute limits of flight envelope, we deploy Nonlinear Model Predictive Control, or NMPC. NMPC is not a simple reactive formula. It is a computational oracle. It solves an intensive online optimization problem over a receding time horizon, predicting the future states of both the interceptor and the target up to 3 seconds ahead. It calculates the optimal control inputs to minimize the predicted position error. But an agile target doesn't fly smoothly. It jitters, vibrates, and reacts. If the interceptor tries to chase every micro-deviation, it will burn through its battery and saturate its actuators. This is solved by the insensitive mechanism, creating NMPC-IM. By treating high-frequency target jitter as an allowable error bounded by an insensitive zone, the algorithm mathematically suppresses wasteful control oscillations. Simulation data proves that integrating the insensitive mechanism into NMPC can decrease average energy expenditure by over 65%, preserving critical actuator authority for the final lethal strike. We have the eyes and we have the brain, but to execute a kinetic kill, the system relies on its nerves. We must confront the brutal physical realities of SWaP-C: size, weight, power, and cost. The modern hunter-killer drone is not just a flying camera, it is a flying-edge computer. The Jetson companion computer must ingest high-resolution image data, execute the YOLO neural network, fuse the bounding box with Kalman filter predictions, run the NMPC optimization matrix, and push the final attitude command down to the Pixhawk flight controller. And it must accomplish this entire computational symphony within a ruthless latency budget of less than 20 milliseconds. At closing velocities of 50 meters per second, every single nanosecond matters. A timing error of just 10 nanoseconds translates to 3 meters of positioning error, the difference between a catastrophic impact and a complete miss. The low-level controller must instantly translate the requested acceleration vector into physical reality. It commands the collective thrust using a rigid mathematical formula. Thrust equals mass times the magnitude of the desired acceleration vector minus gravity. It then dictates extreme pitch and roll angles to orient that thrust vector precisely where the math demands. But what happens to this delicate control loop when a frame drops? What happens when the camera is blinded by the sun or target occlusion occurs? The drone cannot simply halt, it must fly blind. This is where high-rate inertial data saves the mission. While the vision system might update at 30 frames per second, the onboard inertial measurement unit, or IMU, is screaming at 1,000 Hz. Using a technique called IMU pre-integration, the flight controller's error state Kalman filter integrates these high-frequency inertial measurements to continuously propagate the drone's state estimation between visual updates. This allows the interceptor to sustain reliable, drift-free flight during aggressive maneuvers, effectively using dead reckoning to cross the final lethal distance, even when its eyes are momentarily shut. The final meters of a kinetic intercept are a testament to the absolute pinnacle of modern aerospace engineering. It is a world where proportional navigation kinematics, sub-millisecond DDS middleware, and edge AI neural networks converge in a violent, unavoidable climax. This is the future of warfare, a domain where dogfights are mathematically calculated and physically executed faster than a human operator can even blink. The age of the multi-million-dollar missile swatting down consumer electronics is ending. The era of the autonomous hunter-killer has arrived. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on the technologies defining the next generation of defense, aerospace, and edge computing, make sure to subscribe to the SWaP-C report. Keep your latency low and your payload light.